Live from the couch.
A slimmed-down version of Patricia and Elisa are on the couch with us this morning. Also joining us is family therapist Dr. Paul Hokemeyer. Good morning, everyone. Dr. Paul, we'll get to you in just a minute, but I want to ask you guys, how much weight did you lose?
I've lost 10 pounds since starting boot camp.
And when did you start boot camp?
10 and 10.
10 and 10.
10 and 10.
Was that 9 weeks ago?
Yes.
So 10 pounds in 9 weeks. I mean, that's a pretty significant weight loss there. And now you are a sophomore in college?
Yes.
So did you gain the freshman 15?
I didn't.
You didn't?
I maintained my weight because I was conscious of what could happen.
That is fantastic, because that happens to a lot of people, especially when you go away. It's hard to control, you know.
But you're not in the camp anymore. Did the camp serve, does it long-term effects? Are you inspired to keep losing more?
Sure. It was a great jump start for us. We wanted to do this. It was good timing for us over the summer, and just to continue. I think it's got us going. I think so. Yeah.
It's great that you guys have each other as a support system, because I think sometimes when you go into a workout program by yourself, it's easy to get sidetracked. But since you have your mom and you have your daughter, it's kind of like, do you guys call each other for moral support, or sometimes whenever you feel like kind of getting off of the program, do you call your mom?
She gives the push, the extra push to keep going. And we have incentives too.
What are the incentives? What are some of the incentives?
Like clothes, new clothes,
Yeah.
if we lose weight, or we're going to go on a trip next summer if we get to our goal.
That's awesome.
Oh, so the kind of the carrot at the end of the stick.
Little dangling
Not
carrot.
the cupcake,
Yes,
the carrot.
Yes, exactly.
So, Dr. Paul, let's talk about, though, the reality and the issues that being overweight presents, whether it's not only physically, but emotionally and socially.
Sure, there are basically three issues that we need to take a look at with obesity in childhood. The first is the physical component, and that children who are overweight tend to suffer from higher rates of diabetes and hypercardiovascular issues. The second one involves the emotional issues, and the children who are overweight suffer from greater amounts of depression and have lower self-esteem. The third can be actually the most painful, and that's the social component, and that children who are overweight are discriminated against more and bullied against simply because of the way that they look.
Now, diet is important, but why do you think it's important for to tackle weight loss the way that Elisa and Patricia did?
Typically, when we look at dieting, we set up food as an enemy, and so what we need to do is we need to establish a healthy relationship with food, and so the best way to do that is in a healthy relationship with another person. A mother-daughter team is fantastic. They can support each other, and they can continue to encourage each other to take off the weight.
So, I mean, we hear it all the time, diet and exercise, diet and exercise.
Right.
It seems like real simple calculus, but I know it's very, very challenging. What really is the best way to make that calculus work for you?
Well, I wish I could come up with another answer, but it is reducing calories and increasing exercise. And so basically the calculus involves doing it slowly and methodically, and not going into, you say, I'm going to lose 25 pounds in a week, setting these unrealistic goals that you're not going to meet. So doing it slowly and in a relationship that promotes health as opposed to issues of being fat or thin.
Well, Lisa, you've been battling your weight since you were a little girl. So how has this changed the outlook, your outlook on yourself?
I'm definitely more confident with myself, and I feel better in my own skin, and I know that it's going to take time, so I don't need to rush anything.
That's a really realistic way of looking at it. I think sometimes people look at a magazine or they see someone on TV and they think, I want that now. But you know, you have to work at it in order to achieve that goal. And now, Mom, what's next for you both? What are you guys going to get into next, besides vacation?
Well, you know, it's ongoing. Alyssa is going to take rowing at school.
Good.
So to keep the exercise going and get into a sport, be really fun. I'm training for a marathon in October.
That's awesome.
Hopefully the knees will hold out, but you know, it's just keeping it going and having a smaller goal of 5 pounds a month, and by June next year we should be all set.
Beyond the weight loss, though, do you feel better? I mean, and how do you feel better?
Yeah. Feel better.
How do you feel better?
I'm just more comfortable with myself, I think. It's like, I think it's a whole confidence thing too, because you see what you look like, and that's not everything. Definitely.
Yeah. Before we let you go, Dr. Paul, talk to folks at home that are dealing with the same kind of battle and struggle. What to know and how to start.
Well, I think there's three things to pay attention to. The first is that basically we want to make sure that we're looking at our portions and we're eating healthy portions. We want to look at the quality of food that we're eating, and we want to make sure that we're eating foods that are high in quality and that are unprocessed. And we want to make sure that we're really eating, when we're eating, we're focused on our eating and we're not involved in watching television or on the computer. So those are the three things, I think, the three takeaways.
You know what I like about Dr. Paul Hokemeyer?
What's that?
You ask at 1, 2, 3. He just goes right through.
Yeah.
He's got the answers. Thank you, and thank you.
Thank you.
Mom and daughter, Patricia and Alyssa, right?
Is Alyssa? I was following his lead.
Yeah,
so
Alyssa. Thank you so much for sharing your story, and good luck, continued success.
Thank you. Yes, great job.